So I had somebody ask me today about your DAC report, how serious it is, what it is, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I was working for U.S. Express one time, and I had a driver that got shut down at the scale house. And when she called me, she was irate. She was pissed. She told me she was fixing to quit her job and she was having somebody come pick her up. If somebody abandons a load, you as a company have got to report it on their DAC report. People are not allowed to abandon loads. If they do, they never drive the truck again. Nobody will ever give them a job again. Your DAC report is your lifeline for your CDL. It contains everything that went through the clearinghouse, through the drug consortium, anything that is reported. It has your whole history of driving under a CDL license. So I think I told you before, I also had a driver that got the drug and alcohol charge in the truck. That man lost his authority altogether because what happened was insurance was no longer covering him and they revoked his authority. It is serious when you go to hire somebody in. I don't care if you think you know this person. I don't care what you think you know about them. When you hire somebody, if you're not willing to put in the money and the time to do an actual background check and check their DAC report and really know who you're putting in your truck, it could cost you all your livelihood of everything that you worked so hard to obtain for you and your family. So it's not just about getting an MVR, seeing where they like to run, any man will do. It is a checking this person out thoroughly, background type check. Pull their DAC report. Look and see who you're hiring. Look and see if they've had any problems in the past. I've had drivers that had warrants in other states I didn't even know about. They were wanted for child support, stuff like that. If people had done the proper things, they would have known these things and not probably hired that person. But people get so desperate to put anybody in their truck, they'll do damn near anything it takes to put somebody in. That's not how you want to work in this world, because it's going to cost you on down the line almost everything that you work for. So if you want to be super smart, you can listen to my information. Now, if you have a driver that gets caught up in the the consortium just pulls names. If they don't pass because they smoke some weed or whatever, they can enter into a SEP program and they can pay for it themselves. And upon return, if they can pass that test every single time, you don't necessarily have to fire that guy. But just look at the levels of what you're dealing with. Look at the levels of what they did before you make the decision if you're going to terminate them. Drug and alcohols are real things. They exist. And I know these people work hard and sometimes they get off on the weekend. They're like, hey, I'm just going to go hit a joint, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. That's fine, but I hope you understand that whoever's authority you're up underneath, you're taking a massive chance of them losing everything that they worked hard for. So before you be so selfish and not think about somebody else besides yourself, I want you to understand how quick companies will put stuff on your DAC report, how quick you will never drive a truck again. And it's important for you to understand that. This is not so much for my independent dispatchers. I do want them to learn something from this, but whenever you have a situation where, like I said, the lady was shut down at the scale house and she decided she was going to quit, I had to go get somebody to go get her load. Things like this happen. You have to be prepared for them. And probably as an independent dispatcher, if something is to go down and you're not notified about it, you're going to be tripping. So that's why I like to share information. I want to hear what you got to say in the comments. I probably left some stuff off that I really need to talk about that's not talked about enough. As always, I hope you like, share, and subscribe this information. And you can always reach me at Jmaddox at jlmaddoxtransportsolutions.com.